If my deaf ear were a mushroom, it would not be a jelly ear, only seen in winter and spring, growing on hardwood, mainly dead elder trees. It would be seen all year round, poking out from straggly grass. It would not be a flea's ear, small with the dirty orange upper surface and a tiny stem that becomes increasingly wrinkled with age. It would grow with age and under stress, flame red. It would not be a toad's ear, found on a forest trail, blending in with bark chippings, split down the shorter side. It would be found on a silent path, overlooked, split between worlds. It would not be a hare's ear, yellow with a pinkish tinge, gathered in small groups in woods, most often with beech trees. It would be solitary within an urban environment.
Well, as you probably realise, I was about to go into a poem that is actually coming up next, which was about my walruses. It's the title poem of the book, We Saw It All Happen. And I called it We Saw It All Happen because as a journalist, I think I witness things and I report about them, but there's no responsibility to that. And I'm very conscious of that. And actually bearing witness to something is not the same as doing something. And later in the reading, I'm going to be looking at perhaps some of the ways, some of the solutions that perhaps get around that and allow us to actually do something about this crisis we're facing. We saw it all happen. Just chilling. My family on a sofa, tucking into a Deliveroo. Got the zapper in my hands, channel trawling. Prawn toast, popcorn calamari, they're going down well. And here's the new One Planet, although it started ages ago, catching it all on repeat. Peeling back the wrapper on the tuna, the halibut's heated up. I've got the zapper in my hand, watching the krill go under, icebergs drift away. Rumpus in the water, walruses jostling for space. We're dipping into dishes, saltfish fritters, clocking the walruses heave their engines up a cliff, gripped by the flippers, how they tell tons of grunt, sluggy brains imagining supper high above the sharp rocks, hungry flubber and tusk. Got the zapper in my hands, but the picture doesn't change. Those sea creatures lugging themselves up a cliff face, food trays empty, zapper pointing at the screen, those oily walruses on the edge now, starting to topple, going over. David's voice falls. Now we're all wailing, kill the sound. Blubber tumbling through salty sky. Got my zapper fixed on the screen and no sound. Walruses in free fall now, cartwheeling down the rocks. Killing time on the sofa. I'm killing. I can't kill the sound. And it was quite a horrific incident on TV. And I was going to say you can see it on YouTube, but I wouldn't recommend it. So disaster, well, as I'm about to read in my next poem, actually arrives on very, very small feet. And I think what we're doing to the insect world and the bugs and the spiders and the creepy crawlies around us is very indicative of the extent of the crisis we face. The number of flying insects in the UK has fallen by 60% in just 20 years. And that's from Bug Life. So it's pretty sound evidence. And that is a crisis. We're not going to have pollinators if it carries on. So rather than kind of preach at you like this, I'll tell you what I've done. I've turned it into poems. My next poem is about one of the most endangered bugs, which is a bug you will not like. It's a dung beetle. And of course, they used to thrive on cow pats, but sadly, it's not quite that simple anymore. So the next poem, Dung Beetles. Strange that catastrophe should announce itself on such small feet, amongst such humble collectors of dirt, street cleaners, shovelers of stools, tunnelers through filth. Ancient Egyptians saw gods in them, suns in dung shaped into spheres, dragged into creepy crawly underworlds. Guided by starry skies, they deep cleaned fields, deodorized cattle dumps. Photographers fawned over tigers, meerkats, svelte giraffes, while caddisflies withered in the wings. No light bulbs exploded, as spiders dived for cover beneath piles of calcified scat. Globe-trotting beetles wade through cesspits teeming with tailings, cowpats contaminated by worm controls. Bugs that make the world go round push up the daisies while the planet goes to shit.